Hello everyone, my name is Danny Gruding. I'm the Vice President of Marketing at Creative Works, and today I'm joined by Amy Palmer of Booby Trap Escape Rooms and Knuckleheads in the Wisconsin Dells. So Amy, I'm just going to throw it your way. If you could just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your facilities.
All right, well, my name is Amy Palmer. We are located in the Wisconsin Dells in Wisconsin. We have Knuckleheads Family Entertainment Center, which includes a little bit of everything. And then we also run Booby Trap Escape Rooms.
And then what kind of attractions do you have at Knuckleheads?
Gosh, we've got everything. So we've got Holligate Virtual Reality. We've got a huge arcade. And then we have some different amusement park rides, go-karts, a ropes course, like a couple jumping pillow and a little flying tigers ride, a couple things for the younger kids. And then we do have 10 full-size cosmic bowling lanes. We have a trampoline park, and then we also have a full bar and grill in our facility.
So several years ago, you were interested in opening a separate escape room facility kind of near the premises of Knuckleheads. Can you talk about why you wanted to open that escape room facility, or what void in the market that you were trying to fill?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that we necessarily have a void because, as I said, we have a ton of stuff already. But you're always looking for the newest thing to attract people to your facility, especially being in a tourist area. You always want something new to set yourself apart. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of things to do in this town. And so, escape rooms had really started to get popular. So we went and tried them out a little bit. We did go back and forth about whether we wanted to add them inside of Knuckleheads or whether we wanted to do them in a standalone. Luckily, we had a place, right outside, close enough to still be able to run them operationally, kind of at the same time by the same people, but also being able to separate it as far as marketing and whatnot, and kind of, have that on its own.
Now, when you got to the point of recognizing the space that you wanted to take over close by for an escape room facility, why did you choose Creative Works as your escape room vendor?
We did a lot of research. We debated a lot of different things. One of the options was going to be to do it ourselves. And we really did think about kind of building our own and going that route. But the timeline was going to be so much more. We weren't familiar with escape rooms, so we would have had to research them, create the puzzles and then build them, and then the upkeep on them as well. When we decided that we didn't want to create our own, then it was like we wanted something that was going to be the full package. If we're not doing it, then we want someone to do everything for us and just bring it in. Trying to run a whole nother facility while opening escape rooms, and it doesn't leave a lot of time for that. So the fact that you guys could come in and hand us the computer system, build it for us, the props, give us the storyline, and pretty much turnkey, just say, here you go, now you're fully operational. That was a huge perk for us to be able to do. So that is one of the main reasons why we chose Creative Works.
And now that you've been operating these escape rooms for a couple of years, how have your guests reacted and responded to your escape rooms?
People love them. They love that we don't have the age limits on it. They love that groups of kids can come in and do it. And they just really love the theming. And even younger kids who may not fully understand everything, it's so immersive that they are just intrigued when they walk in. They're like, oh my gosh, this is like this whole story that I just walked into. And they really do love it a lot.
Now, you had mentioned both Knuckleheads as well as Booby Trap Escape Rooms are both very family-oriented, family-friendly attractions for all ages. Do you do any cross-promotion between the two facilities, or do you keep them mainly separated?
No, we absolutely cross-promote. So although we wanted to have a separate revenue stream, which is why we chose to do it separately, we didn't want to have it just as another add-on to a wristband. Knuckleheads, like I said, is already a little complicated. There's a lot going on. So we wanted something new that we could promote as its own, but of course cross-promote within the two businesses as well. So, we do obviously joint ads and billboards and all that kind of stuff, but we also do a lot of the in-house advertising, hand out discounts to Knuckleheads when they finish a Booby Trap Escape Room, on our receipts and handouts and whatnot inside of Knuckleheads. We put a promo code for a discount out at Booby Trap. We can share some employees and that type of thing. So, it's really actually been a huge boost to be able to promote between the two and promote together and, send those customers back and forth between the two locations.
And I know that during the pandemic, escape rooms happened to be one of those attractions based upon the nature of it that worked really well because the guests are naturally socially distanced. You have a small group of people, they tend to know one another going into their own space. Can you talk a little bit about the durability of the props in the escape room and why that made it easy to clean during the pandemic and COVID times?
Yeah, so the amount of stuff and things, I guess, in Creative Works rooms is very minimal. There's not a ton of stuff. So being able to clean it was huge. It's just spraying it down, wiping it down. Everything is electronics, so you have to be a little bit careful with that, but at the same time, it's all the covered electronics, so it's just a lot of wood and metal and very easy to clean things. I've been in other escape rooms and they are very great, but they have a lot of stuff that you'd have to wipe down every single time you go. We just got a sprayer and, we're able to spray down the room, wipe it, and it's fast, it's easy. And it really, really helped us going into, the after the pandemic, where people are very cautious about things, being able to advertise how clean we are. And it really didn't have to add on all this extra time between games. We did not have to adjust our schedules at all. We do 30 minutes between each game. That gives us enough time to do the end walkthrough with the customers, wipe it down, and then get ready for the next group. And we didn't have to add any of that blank time in between. We were already doing a lot of cleaning and whatnot before, with flu season so bad before COVID hit and everything. So it wasn't a huge adjustment for us, and it's been great, actually. We haven't even stumbled on that aspect. We just kept going.
So how have your escape rooms performed so far at Booby Trap Escape Room facility?
They performed great. Before COVID, we didn't have a limit on the number of groups that could go together. So, you could have groups booking together and that type of thing. Since we've gone private, we've actually had a lot of really great feedback. We're seeing more bookings, actually. People are very comfortable that they're going in with their family and who they book with only. Our Saturdays right now we're booking basically open to close in every single room. Once people do one, they want to do the rest of them. So we have, the 4 different escape rooms. We've been very happy, actually, with how they've performed. They hold up. I think I can say, as far as working with Creative Works as well, any small issues we've had in the beginning, I know, we had a lot of throughput. We put a lot of people through. I always tell support that, if they can make it, we can find a way to break it, because our customers are a little bit rough. We have a lot of kids, a lot of families in there. As far as the durability of the rooms as well and performing that way, Creative Works, stuff that maybe was broken a couple times or was wearing out faster, they've really worked with us to create fixes, making products that don't wear out as fast, that are easier to replace and to fix. And so working together as a team with them has really been great with developing, even operationally, how these rooms are lasting and the durability of them. So, performance wise, as far as the guests, as well as holding up and all that, it's really been great.
One of the things in this industry that operators love doing is visiting other locations like yours to learn what's working well and what you're doing right and what's successful. Can you talk about why you enjoy sharing your experience with other operators?
We didn't have a lot of that when we started. We went to a couple escape rooms, but we weren't really able to go to another Creative Works room. We were kind of at the beginning of the escape rooms that you guys were putting out. And so it was rough. It was a really big learning curve for us to just get used to it, to understand the operation side of things, how many people you can have on staff, what do you do with your staff when nothing's booking, your scheduling and all that. So, it's a rough first year, learning all that, learning how to double check your props and your small fixes and how to train your employees for the best customer service. So, we love having people come in and look that are maybe, wanting to open their own or wanting to know more about Creative Works, just because I think I could have used more of that in the beginning. So, anything we can do to help others along the way and give that great experience and give escape rooms such a positive name. And, once someone's talking about them and they're telling other people to go, it's not that they're not going to go, to ours, they're going to go to all of them. They're going to go to any escape room they can find. So definitely helping other people, have that positive experience in their escape rooms, I really think helps the industry as a whole a lot.
And that segues really well into my next question, which is if there are other operators that are considering adding escape rooms to their facility or maybe opening a separate escape room facility, what advice would you have for them?
I think the biggest advice would just make sure you have enough time to put into it. Trying to run Knuckleheads as well as open these new escape rooms and get used to them. It was a lot of work and a lot of time. I think that we didn't realize how much time to really get to know the escape rooms and how they're running. I really had to be out there myself. It wasn't just train the employees how to run it and then it's self-sufficient. It's really learning how the guests are reacting to things like adding beer sales out there, t-shirt sales, giving a gift away if they win. Some escape rooms don't do a walkthrough at the end, some do, deciding how you're going to do that, waivers, rules, schedules, all of that. And you really have to be out in the operational part of that to understand what needs to change and what needs to improve. So I think that's what caught us the most off guard is just once it's installed, that's just the beginning. There's so much to learn after that going forward, and what works best for you and what works best for me might not work for somebody else that isn't in such a tourist-driven area. We don't have as many repeat players because we have tourists constantly coming and going. So, it's very different wherever you may be, but definitely learning and spending that time to learn everything about the industry is huge.
Yeah, and I think that's important because escape rooms are definitely not the type of set it and forget it attraction where you can just install it and it's going to work on its own and you don't have to put any active work into it and it's just going to make a ton of money. It takes more intentional effort, like you had mentioned, some time to really understand how to operate it correctly and how to fit it within your particular facility's operations. But once you put in that effort, the reward on the back end of one, the revenue, but two, being able to deliver those amazing experiences to guests really goes a long way. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about your experience working with Creative Works to install and operate these escape rooms?
We've had nothing but positive things to say, really, about working with Creative Works. Nothing's ever perfect. Like, we know that, especially in this industry. But the good thing with Creative Works is they're very open to communication and working together to get to where we need to be. So, like I said, if you have issues, you're not understanding things or props, there's always the support. They're always willing to work with you to find a solution to any issues you're having. As well as the product is great. Like I said, the theming is absolutely amazing. The puzzles, the storylines, everything has really worked great for us, with the escape rooms. So I can't say enough positive things about our relationship that we've had with Creative Works over the last couple years. So.
Well, thank you, Amy, so much for your time and sharing your experience with everybody else here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.